Hi everyone, my name is Bernabé Lopez. Welcome. This is an interview, very important and interesting thing for you because we're going to talk about the reincarnation with a friend on all the Mondays at 9 on 9:24 today because this is a stream live. Welcome our friend Juan Carlos Aliaga or Charles Gors. Welcome, my friend.
Hello, my friends. Hello, Bernabe. I'm very precious to be here in your program, our program, because we begin to do this program. Uh, this is an excellent night to talk about a very mysterious topic. You are going to make the introduce of that.
Yes, very important because what is your opinion about the reincarnation, my audience, my public? Can you text in to here? Yes, yes. If you have any questions for this topic, just only texting now because Charles Gors or Juan Carlos Aliaga. What do you prefer, Charles Gors or Juan Carlos Aliaga, my friend?
It's the same for me because Juan Carlos Aliaga,
In
Carlos
Spanish.
Aliaga is in Spanish. Charles is a Carlos, obviously, but Aliaga in English, the translate into English, is a gorse. What is the meaning of Aliaga and gorse? Aliaga is a plant, and gorse is a plant. Obviously, is the same. The translate into the Spanish and English is the same words. Aliaga, gorse. That's the reason I use that nick.
I prefer Charles Gors. Is
Yes,
more
it's better, I think.
more better, right?
More
Okay,
international.
Charles Gors. More international, exactly. Exactly, my friend. Okay, we're gonna introduce to this topic um, tonight because it's very important. This topic. Do you believe in the reincarnation? What does mean the reincarnation? Charles Gors is gonna to explain. Welcome, Charles Gors. What does mean the reincarnation? Is possible to reincarnation?
Well, the reincarnation is the word that we use to talk about when we live this life or other lives, for example, in different times and different places that we were a long time ago. For example, we think in this place of the world, for example, South America, Europe, we believe only in the Christian um, religions don't believe in the reincarnation, but in the Asia, for example, the Buddhism and the Taoism, they believe in the reincarnation. Of course, not only believe, we feel the reincarnation. For example, I don't know if you have a deja vu. It's in French, deja vu. When you are traveling or you go, you say, I was here. I think I was here. Oh, I
I
hear that
remember in a
music.
moment of
Yeah, you
my
remember?
life. I remember. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes. I'm agree.
that's the proof that there is a reincarnation. Or if you have another thought, for example, I think that I saw a TV show or documentals or another kind of things.
Yeah,
You think I was in Cusco, I was in Egypt, or I was in the North Pole, for example. You think
or Europe.
in Europe, yes, but
Yes,
you
I
think
remember when I was child. I in my dreams, I was in Europe in the middle age. It's very strange. It's very weird for me.
yes, you is a feeling that kind not only remember, you
Yeah,
feel the
yeah,
place, the smell or the construction, the buildings, or the streets. You
yeah.
feel that you were there. That's important. That's very important to understand that. But if you make a regression, you can discover all the situation that you have lived in that age. For example, in the
Yeah.
16th century, for example.
Yeah. But what kind of important is the karma? The karma is very important to understand the reincarnation. There are some phrase that what you sow is what you reap. Is correct?
Yes, for example, the karma is the thing that you make good or bad things and you pay like a bank. For example, you have a debt in a bank, you must pay every month. Every month you must pay. It's the same. If you make good things, you will have the dharma. It's the different. The bad things is the karma. All the people say it's my karma. I don't have money. I don't have love. I have an accident. It's my karma, of course. But you must pay that you done in other lives, or not only in other lives. In this life, for example, if you make a crash with dead people, you will pay. If the justice, the earth justice, in our planet, it isn't justice, but the karma, the universe says you kill people in that accident, you will pay. If you don't, your sons or daughters or your wife will pay that you must feel that you make in that time. But the dharma is different. You have the gifts for you. All good things that you make for ancient people or children, you must receive your gifts because you have done good things for you. Not only is a karma.
Yeah, yeah. But in the way we can to return we are talking about the karma, but if it's mean bad, it's possible to return like an animal, like an ant. Anyway, it's possible, Juan Carlos, like a pay of your karma or your bad acting in this life. We can to return in an animal.
We were animals. We must first, we talked a long time ago about the spirit. I will tell in a
Yeah.
small explanation.
Yes.
Our spirit, first, it isn't the correct way to say reincarnation because we must go to the minerals first. It isn't incarnate it's because it's
Yeah.
meat, the meat. It isn't reincarnation, but you must go first like minerals. After that, when you be the worst minerals or simple minerals, you must go to the best and very precious metals like gold or silver, and then you will go like vegetables. For example, the poison vegetables and the beautiful vegetable to
Really?
have a health. Then you must be animals. The animals you will be the very wild animals or the very beautiful like whales or the dolphins, and then you will be human. All of us we were minerals, vegetables, animals, and we are a human. No, we are not going to go back to be an animals or minerals. We were. We must not go behind us again. We must to evolve to have a good evolution, better and better. We must. We are not going to be ants, monkeys, dogs, cats. We were or another kind of animals or vegetables. We were because our spirit go to different bodies in different things. I already told you it's minerals, vegetables, or animals. We must go to human, and then we
Yeah.
must go to other planets.
But the first is the human, or the first is the minerals, or like animals or vegetables.
First is minerals, second
Yeah.
is vegetables, then is animals, and We are now human.
Okay, I understand. In my past life, I was a mineral. Or Bernabe was a mineral.
Long time ago, millions
Yeah.
and millions of years
Oh
ago,
my God.
not now, not recently. We are not talking recently or the last
Exactly.
life. We are talking about millions and millions of years ago. In the recently, I think you were in the 16th or 17th century, like for
Yeah.
example, soldier, I think, or a king or a queen. It isn't the differences between the bodies. In one life, you can be a man. In other life, you can be a woman. That's different. Not only one. I'm going to be only man, 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 or woman, woman, woman. No, we must
Yeah.
intercalate the lives and
It's
bodies.
possible that Charles Gors in the next life is gonna be like a woman,
It's possible for all for us because we must to
a
feel
beautiful
how
woman.
is to become
Period.
a mother, a grandmother, to feel about how to born the sons and daughters. That's the reason. That's the reason we must feel. For example, if
Mhm.
you must feel if you don't wear yet a woman, you will be a woman, or if you one woman could be a man, of course. But that's a question, a great question. For example, we must talk about the uh, gays. It isn't. I am not talking about the spectrum people. We are talking about. There is an explanation. All the gays or lesbian people, they are confused. Not psychological. I'm not talking about that. For example, one a man here in
Yeah.
this life, for example, that creature that being were 30 times like a woman, 30 times, for example, 30 times. But in this time is a man, but that he's feeling like a woman yet. He's feeling like a woman yet. So that's the reason they make up the face, have bright hair like a woman because he is because he's a man now because he's feeling like a woman because he were 30 times, for example, a woman, but in this time he is not. He's a man. That's the reason there is a gays or lesbian. The lesbian is the same, but in the other way, is the same. So there is not respective things, but we must understand that it could be all people feel that because they feel a man or woman at now because they
Mhm.
were in other lives in the
Exactly.
repeatedly times.
But in the Hinduism is a religion. It's like Buddhism is another religion and belief in the reincarnation. What is the consideration in this religion? The it's possible the evolution of the soul. It's mainly to understand.
There is a big difference between the soul and the spirit. The
Oh
soul
yeah,
is the uh, our mm, driver. And I want to will explain that the spirit is here in the pineal glands here in our brain, in the middle of our brain.
spirit.
It is the spirit. It is electrical. But
Yeah,
the soul is here in our heart. But this is the driver who is
yeah,
driving our body. You are Bernabe Lopez now. That's uh, that's the driver that you are uh, having all your experiences here in this your life. For example, you're a journalist. You have all things about all you must to do every day, or your relationship with your pupils at the university, or other things that you make every day or in your life. That's the
Yeah.
that's the way you are an actor. That's a meaning. You are the soul of you is Bernabe Lopez, is an actor. Here's acting all your life, but the spirit is um, interchange the information with the soul, with your experiences, to have a memory in the spirit. When we, not you, when we die, all of our experiences is to interchange the information. For example, Juan Carlos Aliaga died. Okay, all my experiences when I was a little child, when I was born, and till I death, all the information goes to the spirit, and the spirit goes outside and goes to the universe. But the soul is still in the planet until the body disappear. It's go to be dust, for example, or another thing. It's disappear totally. Is the soul? It's at the moment. That's the reason why there is encanted houses, because the souls are living yet, not the spirits. The souls are living yet. The spirits go away long time ago, 200 of years, 300 of years, but the souls is still there because the actor, for example, Mario Perez, yeah, Mario Perez is still living there because the soul is the actor that act at the in its life, for example. But the spirit goes and the body is died, but the soul is still at until the body disappear totally.
Oh my God. I can't understand. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Okay. Now, in my body, like a Bernabe, I have a spirit and soul. Yeah. And so, my in my activity, like a journalist, is my soul, and my field, um, is my spirits. I understand good or not?
For example, your spirit is only watching what is happening and receiving the
Yeah. Okay.
information what is
Understand.
happening when you act like a journey, because you are acting in its life,
Yeah.
in your life here. It's acting. Bernabe Lopez is acting. This is the soul. It's
Yes.
interchanging and
Oh,
giving the information, all of the things, your illness, your happier time. If
it's
you
my
have
spirit.
yes, your no, your soul is
Yeah,
acting,
only my soul.
but
The
yes, but your
information is
go
like a
to the
bag,
spirit.
like a box, a little box.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it contains my experience, my feeling, my illness. Okay, and the spirit of
Is
Bernabe.
only will act. No, no, your spirit don't. It isn't Bernabe. We have another name. It's a cosmic name. I don't know if you can understand, or all my our friends can understand. In this life, we have a name, a terrestrial name: Bernabe Lopez, Juan Carlos
Charles
Aliaga,
Gors. Okay,
Pedro Cáceres, Maria, etc. It's the soul. But
Mary. Yeah,
our spirit has or have um, different vibration, and it have another name. It's a cosmic name that you will understand when you be practice meditation and you feel your only name. It's another practice to do very different when you
but
have your
do you,
consciousness
yeah, but do you have
asleep.
experience? What is your name? But what is your cosmic name, Charles?
Yes, it's rastor. It's
Pastor.
another vibration. Yes, because
Oh my God.
I have my experiences with the extraterrestrial. The extraterrestrial beings gives the name. For example, is restore. But other people have
Restore.
another vibration. It's not only a name; it's a vibration. When you meditate, have a meditation, you can think
Okay.
about your name, cosmic name, and you will connect with your spirit. Your soul will connect with your spirit because your spirit is beginning to sleep. No, it's sleep. It's waking up is the real word. It's waking up. Your spirit must wake up because it's
Wake
sleeping
up.
now. Your spirit, all the people is sleeping, but you must wake up your
My
spirit.
spirit.
That's the way
Yeah.
to practice
I have a
meditation,
new
the
name.
Buddhism and others.
Okay.
Yes, you have your
Okay.
own name.
Okay.
With a
Now
practice, you
I
must
understand.
feel.
All the people, yeah, has a cosmic name, and we can to discover with meditation, and it's very important. My audience, my friends that watching now or stream live or Facebook. Yeah, but continue. Let me show you my friend Charles Gors. This is pictures about the reincarnation. The life don't has an end. Yeah, it's like a transformation. You can to improve if you left your body when you die, and you can return in another body. It's possible, Charles, and to change and to improve. And you need to be a new man or woman or human. This is the way of the human race.
It is very important for us to have the reincarnation because we must to have experiences in different pursuits. For example, in one um, life you can be a journalist, in other a taxi driver, in other doctor in medicine, or different pursuits you must be. Not only that, in different races you can be Asian, Latin American, and Anglo from the United States, Europe, for example, or another trips in the different places of the world. You
Yeah.
must feel and have the experiences. So the reason, not only you are going to be a journalist in this life, you ask it before to come here to this planet. You must ask to the gods or the thing you can say about the universe. You must
Yeah.
come back again to have the different experiences. That's I repeat you to have different pursuits. For example, taxi driver, etc. No? And so then
Yeah.
you must feel different experiences with your karma and your dharma. That's the reason we
Exactly.
must have. For example, if somebody he's a drunk man or a woman, they like to have all days drinking beer or another things. That's
Whiskey
the
or
way.
wrong.
Yes, that's the way that they are experiences, but they don't have a profession or another. For example, they are going to die very young because they are very ill. You have a program in your life. If you are
Yeah.
going to have an illness, if you are going to have a family, if you are going to have son or daughters or no, and you are going to die very young or very old, you have a program. You not only is an accident. If somebody have an accident and die in that condition because it have a karma and they are paying that.
Exactly. Exactly. Is our soul is like a recyclables. of experience. Um, and can you explain how can I discover or or past life in the meditation, Charles?
It's very simple. First, you must have very experiences in meditation, and you must connect. It's the name is correct name is the Akashic record. I don't know if you heard something about it. The Akasha or Akashic records is the memory of our spirit from different lives, not only in this planet, sino all in other planets, in other times. That's the record of our lives. So, in that moment, you make the practice of meditation. We must go out of your body and tell to your high self, your high self, your the same, the high self, to tell you what are you having that experience, and you must that spirit, the high spirit, is because you are the same in contact. It or he or she, that spirit that you are the same, will show you what were in the past lives. For example, somebody says that they not only queens or kings or um, heroes. No, for example, they were a traveler or a doctor or lawyer. That's your spirit will show you what were in the other lives, not only in professions. It will show you what happened if you had in that the past life family, what kind of profession you had, what if you were old or very young that you died, if you were alone or with all the people or your family. It will you will have the experiences in your mind, and you must take note of that.
Yeah, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's right. That's right. Is your advice for us for meditation. And um, let me tell you, this is phrases about the karma. And asks you if you uh, agree. When a bird is alive, it eats ants. When the bird is dead, ants eat the bird. Time and circumstance can change at any time. Don't devalue or hurt anyone if life. You may be powerful today, but remember, time is more powerful than you. One tree makes a million matchsticks. Only one matchstick is needed to burn a million trees. So be a good and do good. This is a phrase. Are you agree or not?
Yes,
Isn't it?
because all the time we change the bodies, we are going to have different experiences, and your spirit is light, is energy. You are not going to die, never. All of us, we are afraid to the death because we saw the cranium or skulls or skeletons, but you think it's very terrible for me to be like a skeleton. Yes, but it is only your temple for the religious. This is the temple for the spirit. This our body is a temple, nothing else. Or a jar, for example, is a jar to have the all the blessing of, from the gods in other religions says, but
Mhm.
you must you are spirit, your energy. In the past, we live family, we live possessions, we live our body, not only
Yeah.
one bodies, but now we don't remember. But if you make a practice a regression, of course. But I don't know if you live your grandfather, your grandmother, or your sons or daughters, or your friends. You live in the past, but at now they too. You have to make a contact again. We are friends now. But in other lives, I think we were friends or family or brothers or father and sister or anything, but we know each other in the past time.
Thank you, Charles Gors. Appreciate your cooperation in our stream live, and we yes, this is 30 minutes. Our finish our contact. What is your last word about the reincarnation? Thank you for suggest this topic. It's very important to meditation to think about the reincarnation. Charles Gors.
Yes, don't only believe. Beliefs is like that's the name, beliefs. But you must feel in our experiences what is happening in the past lives. You must feel. For example, I don't know why if sometimes you have that thinkings. If you read a medical book, you will see I know that the physicians or the components chemical components you understand because you were in other time doctor, and I think you know that's the reason. Not only believe, you feel. You have a deja vu and other things. You must pay attention and take note of that. That's the recommendation that I can do.
Thank you, Charles Gors. We have a great topic to reincarnation. The meeting is gonna be the next Monday at 9 o'clock p.m. Thank you, Charles Gors. You have a good night. Um, we and you are in Santa Cruz, and there are the weather is very cold, right?
Yes, it's cold, it's raining, but very slowly. It is on a hard rain. In the other days, it was very hard the rain.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Appreciate your cooperation, and you have a good night.
Thanks a lot.